what's up, y'all? I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be a list. I know it's a little bit different than what I've been doing in the past. I said in my last video that I want to start doing more stuff like this just so I can have a wider range of videos and maybe get some other people who are going to be interested in my other videos as well. So this one is going to be the top 10 shoes that I wish I had in my collection. Now, these aren't just going to be all the most expensive shoes in the world, because obviously if I could just have, 10 pairs of M&M's Jordan 4, I would just be able to resell. Like, yeah, we know that, but these are all shoes that I want in my collection for maybe nostalgic reasons, or maybe it was just a shoe that got me into sneakers originally, or maybe it's just a shoe that I want to style. I like all the options that I could have with them. But I'm really excited about this video, and a lot of these are not going to be maybe even the best colorway of that model, if that makes sense. But for me, it's just special for some reason. So obviously I don't have any of these shoes, so I'm going to show some pictures whenever I talk about them. All right, let's get into the list. So at number 10, I have the Grape Jordan 5, and these are one that are really special to me because obviously I never had a pair. The last time they dropped, I believe, was in 2013. But I know they came out with the Prince of Bel-Air and the other ones like that, but I want the original ones. The reason I love these so much is because these were one of the first Jordans that I'd ever seen and just thought like, oh wow, those are really cool shoes. Because I didn't really get into shoes until like late middle school, probably like 8th or 9th grade, I would think. And it was when I was playing AU basketball, and I saw these shoes on someone, and the purple and the green, the way they mix was just so cool to me. Still want these to this day. If they drop again, obviously I may not go after them, but it is definitely a shoe that I would love to have in my collection. So yeah, number 10, Jordan 5 Grape. All right, and number 9 on the list is the Jordan 11 Space Jam. So I know you're thinking, why not the Breads, why not the Concords? And I get all that, I totally get it, but for me, this was the first Jordan 11 that I saw on feet by like kind of like an idol of mine, I guess you could say, when I was in middle school, when I was watching the high school basketball team. And they were just so cool to me. And I hadn't seen the Concords, I hadn't seen the Breads at that point. I think I'd seen the Cool Grays and they were cool to me, but these ones just stood out, I think probably just because of the person that was wearing them. Ever since that day, I've always really wanted these. And yeah, the Breads, the Concords might be a better colorway technically, but these would just really do it for me. So that's why they're at number 9. All right, and number 8, we conveniently have the Kobe 8, and I'm going with the Easter colorway. Not that any colorway specifically really stands out. I like the Easters just because it's just really unique. But the big reason for these is because, first of all, the Kobe 8 is my favorite basketball shoe of all time. I wore these in AAU a summer before. It had to have been going into my junior year of high school, and I had never felt like I'd played better in my life at that point. They were just so comfortable, so lightweight, so low. They really just changed basketball for me in a lot of ways. So these are a shoe that I really want more so to play in rather than to style. Obviously you could style these for sure. I also have another channel, it's a basketball channel, so if you're interested in seeing me play or seeing some of my teammates play, you can go check that out. It's Andrew Klein Hoops. I'll put a tag to it in the description. But yeah, Kobe 8, obviously Kobe 9s and all those Pro Tours that they're dropping are really cool too. And I love all of them. I have the Kobe 1s that I got for like $90, and I play in those right now. Obviously, if I would have waited a couple of months, they would be worth more, but I'm happy that I'm playing in them. But I would love to have a pair of Kobe 8s as well. All right, number 7, we have the Air Max 1 Para, or Para, whatever it is. Those that dropped in 2018. These shoes aren't really like nostalgic or anything like that to me. I just thought the colorway was, absolutely crazy. Look at those. Just the blue and the pink, and just the way he did the different textures, the stripes, the polka dots. It's just, absolutely perfect. And the Air Max 1 is the best Air Max in my opinion. One of the best Nike shoes ever made. There's the Air Force 1, there's the Jordan 1, and I think the Air Max 1 is right up there with them. blazers. But so these are probably my favorite Air Max. I mean, obviously I love the classic, just that like fire red pair. You could do the royal blue, the Atmos are great. But these ones specifically I just think are really cool, and I would love to have a pair. All right, number 6, we have the Nike Off-White Prestos. So I think I'd just be dumb to leave any Off-White shoe off this list. I'm not gonna put it in the top 5 just because I'm not one of those people that it's just, oh, I need a pair of Off-Whites. I mean, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be unhappy if I have a pair of Off-Whites. But for me, I mean, he's dropped a bunch of them now, but for me, it would have to be one of those first 9 or 10, what was it, the top 10 or something, that he dropped. And obviously you could do the Jordan 1 colorway also, but for me, the Prestos they just fit his style so well to me, that I would just love to have a pair of these. This black one with the white is just the best one for me. So yeah, I mean, Virgil does his thing. I mean, he's phenomenal. So yeah, I'd love to have a pair of those for sure. All right, now we got the top 5, and starting off the top 5, we have the New Balance 999 Concepts, the Kennedy colorway. So these, I've seen a lot of other YouTubers make videos on these, and I mean, a lot of you are probably gonna be mad that I have a New Balance in the top 10, but I think these are just perfectly done. I mean, especially the fact that, you know, they're US made and all that. They're just, the way they did the colorway, the way they did the different materials is just so perfect. This is the best New Balance I think that's ever been made, and I would just absolutely love to have these. But yeah, number 5, New Balance 99 Concepts Kennedy. At number 4, we have the Yeezy 750 Gray Gums. To me, these are the best Yeezys that have dropped. I mean, I know there's a bunch of 350s that you could probably argue are better. The Belugas, Zebra ones are pretty cool. I had a pair of blue tints a while ago that were a gift, but I ended up, you know, selling them for kind of cheap. But these ones, I think, are just kind of underrated just because he didn't make a whole bunch of 750s. But this gray gum colorway, I think, is just, I mean, you could wear these in so many different ways, and it's just such a unique style. I mean, he absolutely killed these. And also, I want to point out, like, obviously, the Nike Yeezys you could put up there as well. The Yeezy 2s, like Red Octobers, all the Platinums, all those. I mean, those could easily make this list, but I'm not gonna put a bunch of Yeezys on here and a bunch of, like, I wanted to mix it up a little bit. So here you have, this is the one Yeezy on the list. It's number 4, the Yeezy 750 Gray Gums. All right, number 3, and you know these had to be on the list, is the Sean Waterspoon 97 ones. I mean, you can't really put in words how well he did with these. I mean, the materials, the color blocking, the Air Max 1 midsole on the 97, it's just, he just did it so perfectly. And there's so many different ways you would be able to style these, which really excites me because I'm kind of a style guy and that's what I'm into. So I think anyone who's a sneakerhead loves these shoes just because they're so cool. But for me specifically, I like that there's so many colors you can work with. There's so many different ways you could go with these. You could wear them any time of the year too. So summer, fall, that green on there, I mean, come on. The yellow, the pink, he did those perfectly. I'm surprised that I didn't put them a little bit higher, but these other two just have really been a big part of my sneaker life, I guess. So these are at number 3, the Waterspoon 97-1. Now, number 2, and to be honest, I'm not exactly sure why I love these so much. I mean, I don't want to say it's because they're hyped up, because I don't think I'm typically in love with shoes that are hyped up just because they're hyped up, but the Jordan 4 Cause, the gray colorway, I think I just became obsessed with the details and the suede that he put on these. I mean, the stitched in like hands that go across the whole thing, the details on the outsole, the fact that it's just such a simple shoe, it's just all gray, and then it still just stands out so much just because of the materials and the detail I put into it. I mean, you can't ask much more out of a sneaker. I mean, they're almost perfect in my opinion. That's why there's only one shoe above them. So number 2, the Jordan 4 Cause. All right, and at number 1, we have the Jordan 1 Black Toe. So I know my roommate's gonna kill me specifically because he loves the Chicagos and the Breads, and that's fine. I mean, I love those shoes too, and I obviously would love to have them, but for whatever reason, these Black Toes have just, I don't know, man. I think they're just perfect. I think the little bit of red that's in there, instead of just having the whole toe being red too, it's just, I just think they just look a little bit better. It's more of a nostalgia thing, I guess. It's probably one of the first ones that I saw for whatever reason. I mean, I follow a lot of style guys on YouTube, and I guess it might be just one thing that I saw from them first, but for whatever reason, these are the ones for me. I think the Jordan 1 in general is the best shoe ever made, and I've talked about that in some other videos too. So obviously I would love to have every colorway. I mean, I'll take the Chicago, I'll take the Breads, you know, I'll take some of the newer colorways too. These UNC ones are sweet. But these ones specifically, just they gotta be number 1 for me. So to me, the Jordan 1 is just a perfect shoe that, I mean, obviously nostalgia for me, and then also it's just the perfect shoe to style. I mean, you can wear it any way you want. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, it doesn't matter. So yeah, it was an easy choice for me. I mean, I knew the Jordan 1 was going to be number 1. And I knew it was going to be the Black Toe. It was just basically just building the rest of the list around it. So, but this one was a lot of fun to do. It was fun to look into different shoes and try to remember which ones that I really wanted. And as soon as one came to mind, it was like, oh yeah, for sure that has to be on the list. There's a lot that I left off that obviously I still really want, just because all of us are like that. And if you're watching this video, I'm sure you're a sneakerhead the same. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. It goes a long way for me. Leave a comment. If there's anything that you would change, I'm assuming none of you would change anything, so we'll see. But for me, I think I did pretty good. I mean, yeah, there's probably a couple that I left off that could have been on there pretty easily, but I think the way that I built it was pretty good. I mean, I didn't want to bore you guys with just having like, all right, yeah, all top 10 of the off-whites should be on here, and the Unions, and like, I mean, yeah, I love all those different versions of the Jordan 1s, but these ones are just the best for me. Just OG colorway, just cut and dry, just simple, awesome. So yeah, subscribe if you're new, like the video, comment what you guys would change. If you like the video, let me know, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Appreciate all the love.